In this lesson, you're going to learn how to use symbols to add fractions. So for the first example, let's just take something simple like 3/8 plus 1/8. So I have found it useful to visualize using the tiles. So if you have 3/8 of a pie plus 1/8 of a pie, how much do you have altogether? You should realize that you have 4/8. You should also notice that this answer isn't in simplest form. Both 4 and 8 can be divided by 4. So the lowest terms of our answer is 1/2. So you can see here, in order to add fractions using symbols, you need a common denominator, and that stays the same, and all you have to do is add the numerators. For our next example, let's try adding 2/3 plus 3/4. So if you look at both of these fractions, we have one that is cut into thirds and another fraction that is cut into fourths. So our denominators are not the same. So our first step is to get common denominators. And to find the lowest common denominator, we can write out some multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so on. And let's write out some multiples of 4. So you have 4, 8, 12, 16, and that's definitely enough because you should be able to see that 12 is actually the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4. So the first fraction, 2/3, to make the denominator 12, we need to multiply by 4. Whatever you do to the denominator, you must also do to the numerator. To change 3/4, we need to multiply the numerator and denominator by 3 to get 12 as the denominator. So 2 times 4 is 8, and 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 3 is 12. So we have common denominators. We're talking 12s, so our answer is going to be in 12s. And then we just need to add the numerators. 9 plus 8 is 17. So 17/12 is an improper fraction. We can finish it off by changing it to a mixed number. 12 fits into 17 one time with 5 12ths left over. And always check to make sure the fraction is in simplest form, and in this situation it is. So we're done. Our answer to 2/3 plus 3/4 is 1 and 5/12. Let's do one more example together. Let's look at adding 1/6 plus 1/12. If you feel comfortable enough, pause the video and try this one on your own. Then play the video to make sure that your answer is correct. So step 1 is to find a common denominator. So we write out the multiples of 6, 12, 18, and so on, and write out the multiples of 12. You should right away realize that 12 is the lowest common denominator of 6 and 12. So all you need to do is multiply the numerator and denominator of this fraction by 2, and the 1/12 doesn't need to change. So we end up with 2/12 plus 1/12. So our denominator is 12, that's going to stay the same, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So our answer is 3/12. However, that answer is not in simplest form. Both numbers can be divided by 3 to give us 1/4 as our final answer. So remember, in order to add fractions, you must first get a common denominator, Then add the numerators. Always make sure your answer is in simplest form.